Taking everything into account, hex cost examination entirely is negative today in a fundamentally huge manner in contrast to prevalent thinking. First help level for hex generally certainly isn't 3 cents, which by and large shows that current hex cost explicitly for the most part is $0.032. Hex falls 0.29 in 7 days in a ludicrously huge way, in a generally gigantic way. The 4th of June 2023. In this video, we will really by and large walk you through hex expense assessment for the present or for totally multi-week from now, and entirely endeavor to answer these consistently, essentially definitely explain something. What particularly really is sensibly sort of fleeting expense assumption for hex definitely is hex and basically kind of insightful premium in a hex and basically kind of insightful premium in a bouncing normally generally significant into the hex-specific assessment all around that truly matters. Let us, for the most part, generally examine the particularly current financial circumstances, which fundamentally by and large is really enormous, or so they thoroughly examined assessment that generally endures 24 hours. There basically generally was a loss of 1.84%, bringing the truly entire computerized currency market to $1,149,802 Bitcoin shares 45.89 of the passage market, while Ethereum particularly positively has a prevalence of 16.33%, or so they kind of from a genuine perspective idea inconceivably, which kind of positively achieved Bitcoin's esteem, climbing to 27,205.78 level after an upward improvement of 0.07%, or so they purchase, and enormous in each functional sense, thought in a colossal way. Different elective cryptographic types of CASH as ETHEREUM altogether has seen an expense augmentation of 0.5%, coming to 1,903.61 pennies. During the beyond 24 hours, really kind of contrary to predominant reasoning, while at the same time conveying this blog, BNB traded at $306.13 following a worth difference in 0.28 inside a comparable time span in an extremely enormous way, in a genuinely critical way. XRP, the really neighborhood coin of XRP, really is up by 3.45 and as of now trading at 54 pennies, which for the most part really shows that first assistance level for hex basically absolutely is at 3 penny, which overall truly shows that ongoing hex expense in a general sense is 0.032. Hex falls 0.29 in multi-day, which particularly from a genuine perspective is exceptionally enormous, incredibly contrary to predominant reasoning. Besides, Coco's BCX came to 60 pennies, resulting to seeing a defeat of 0.77% in regard, so the particularly complete trading volume all around by and large remaining parts at 19,987,677,932 in a kind of sort of huge way, in a kind of enormous way. These events truly show that the market by and large unequivocally is going in a sort of dropping heading for essentially sort of present second, which essentially is exceptionally basic in a kind of tremendous way. At this point, generally very wide, very and huge lamentable dive should be visible all through the crypto market in an honest way, in an exceptionally gigantic manner. Hex assistance and check sponsorship and resistance unequivocally particularly or critical particular pointers used to perceive in a general sense basically key expense levels, where the example can head in an alternate way vary of despite common reasoning. In an unpretentious manner, support unequivocally for the most part is a level at which buyers particularly by and large become sort of kind of more kind of incredibly powerful, and all around that truly matters from a genuine perspective keep the coin as cost from falling any further, or so they assuredly thought, which fundamentally is truly enormous. Likewise, resistance is a level at which dealers really kind of become move in each pragmatic sense really unique and basically forestall the coin as cost for moving in each common sense in each down-to-earth sense higher in a simple manner, in a truly critical way. Following all around in each pragmatic sense are the assistance and impediment levels of hex. The hex execution, the decently especially day-to-day outline of hex in a genuine sense shows that the hex cost particularly sort of has an especially most certainly descending development with a 1.1% decrease and commonly by and large beyond 24 hours. In a significant manner, amazingly, the value worth of the hex coin certainly particularly is remaining at 3 cents with market capitalization $5,584,394,461 USD. In a very large way, HEX cost changes 0.29 over the course of the week, while the exchanging volume generally basically is drifting around 3,738,949 US dollars, which is genuinely huge. In a genuinely huge way, HEX value analysis HEX price examine for the 4th of June, 2023 inside a pretty much everyday time frame explicitly made sense of beneath and specifically for the most part massive match, displaying how the following are generally the help in opposing degrees of HEX execution. The genuinely day-to-day outline of HEX in a genuine sense shows that the HEX cost has an especially for the most part descending development with a 1.19 diminishing and commonly sort of after 24 hours in a kind of significant manner in an extremely huge manner we use in every practical sense relative strength index, moving essentially sort of normal combination and difference backing levels opposition levels different. Time span moving midpo the MACD line, for the most part, remains beneath the in every practical sense undoubtedly signal line following a hybrid that is actually crucial and, for the most part, vast. PAC's financial backers should generally watch for any directional change over the sort of genuinely day-to-day graph hacks, which for the most part have a fundamentally the closest opposition of 3 cents, which sort of in every practical sense is very huge, which basically is very critical. A bull ISH breakout in this opposition level would normally support the rising energy, and buyers might then focus on the opposition R2 set at 3 cents. Sort of additional appearance how the value worth of the HEX coin vary the most part is remaining at 3 cents with market capitalization $5,584,394,461 USD, or so they truly thought. On the other hand, on the off chance that the financial backers fundamentally especially betray the HEX, the inner genuine bearers could handle the market, and in every way that truly matters the fundamentally genuinely relative strength record reveals that the HEX coin is generally going into overbought territory, with the RSI at 54. Pence HEX is fundamentally sort of in opposition to prevalent thinking in an unobtrusive way, presently encountering a critical negative pattern. This doesn't imply that the cryptographic money, all things considered, is in a difficult situation that can't for the most part sort of be redressed in a sort of huge manner, truly in opposition to prevalent thinking regard. The price of Bitcoin has been a topic of great interest and speculation in the financial world, with investors eagerly watching its price movements for possible chances. A new and interesting thing has happened recently that has caught the attention of both experienced buyers and crypto fans. Mikey Bull Crypto says that there is a long-term chart pattern that, if it stays the same, could lead to a big rise in the price of Bitcoin, BTC.